Right before boarding, this man noticed three eerie coincidences. His flight number was 1015, today's date was October 15th, and the plane's departure time had been delayed from 9:30 to exactly 10:15. The odds of all these aligning felt too strange to ignore. Justin couldn't shake off a sense of unease, but after glancing around, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. On impulse, he decided to ask the captain about it.
Good flight today?
No, very good.
Before he even took his seat, a stranger at the back of the cabin gave him a nod. Justin politely nodded back, then reached into the seat pocket in front of him and found an MP3 player. Curious, he put on the headphones, only to hear a chilling story about Flight 1015, the very flight he was on. The voice described the exact scene unfolding around him. The flight attendant was currently demonstrating safety procedures, and outside, it had started to rain. Justin lifted the window shade to check, and sure enough, heavy rain was pouring down. But then, the voice on the MP3 said that in exactly 1 hour, this plane would disappear from radar, never to be seen again. Justin found it ridiculous, but before he could brush it off, the plane suddenly jolted. It was just a bit of turbulence after takeoff, nothing unusual. But then the MP3 began discussing the mystery behind the doomed flight, starting with Captain Donald. Just then, the captain's voice came over the intercom. Justin quickly paused the recording and turned to a nearby passenger, asking if the captain's name was Donald. The passenger, looking confused, admitted he hadn't been paying attention to the announcement. Unable to hold back, Justin told him about the bizarre details he'd heard on the MP3 and even tried to get him to listen. Instead, the man seemed unsettled and moved away from him. Justin put his headphones back on. The voice continued, stating that at exactly 10:21, a bird would collide with the plane. He glanced at his watch. 10:21. Just then, a loud bang echoed through the cabin. He shot upright in his seat, panicked, and flung the headphones away. Fear gripped him as he rushed to the restroom to compose himself. But moments later, the flight continued smoothly, and none of the other passengers seemed to have noticed anything unusual. Justin began to question whether he was hallucinating. After fastening his seatbelt, he pressed the call button for a flight attendant, hoping to confirm whether a bird had really struck the plane. However, the flight attendant impatiently dismissed his concern, explaining that at this altitude, birds weren't an issue. Justin insisted that he check with the captain, but the attendant simply told him to stay quiet. Their exchange drew the attention of nearby passengers, making Justin realize that he might have been overreacting because of the story. He decided to drop the matter, but just as the flight attendant walked away, the man who had nodded at him earlier suddenly took the seat behind him. He leaned in and said he was sure that a bird had hit the plane. Introducing himself as Beaumont, he revealed that he was a former pilot and had previously worked with Captain Donald. He explained that incidents like this were common, but the flight crew rarely informed passengers to avoid causing panic. His words sent another wave of tension through Justin, who quickly put his headphones back on to continue listening. According to the recording, the plane would completely vanish at 11:15. It was now 10:30. Time was running out.